Muy buenas, brujeros, aquí Guge, jugando The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. Y hoy vamos a continuar con la misión principal, ya sabéis. Ya no tengo más misiones secundarias que completar de momento. Y ya sabéis lo que pasó en el vídeo anterior, que Deathlife está siendo chantajeado por posiblemente un vampiro. No sabemos a ciencia cierta quién es, pero tengo que... Ahora mismo, según la hipótesis que hemos sacado, pues tengo que informar a la duquesa de lo que ha pasado, y Reyes va a intentar convencer a Deathlife para que no mate a nadie más mientras yo esté investigando. Así que nada, vamos a empezar. Aquí el bardo tocando una bonita melodía mientras afina su laúd. Hola, señora duquesa. ¿Ves? Aquí me conocen. Ay, qué mala sangre que eres.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
No. El caso se ha complicado.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight.
Sí.
Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its
A un
heart.
vampiro superior no funciona
Garlic's
eso.
useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us
Si ni
where to
siquiera yo
find
sé
this
dónde está.
monster.
No te metas en esto, adelante mira tus hombres a la muerte. No, no te metas.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
Tú no conoces a
40,
Deathlife.
50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Tú tampoco has
Can they
visto un vampiro
fight
superior.
fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Un vampiro superior.
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
De eso
wrong.
nada.
Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
A ver, no es un monstruo vulgar y corriente.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
No le interesa.
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
No.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Quiero encontrarlo, intentar hablar con él.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Tienes que
Higher
coger algo que le
vampires,
importe.
they're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Vale, una mujer inocente ha sido secuestrada.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
Matar el chantajista. Bueno, y liberar al amante, evidentemente.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop.
No fastidia. Con un sommelier va a descubrir la añada del vino, dónde fue etiquetado, en qué barrica estuvo.
Or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Eau Claire oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
Joder, lo que lo dije.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Son quisquillosos con el vino, ¿eh? A ver si falta alguna barrica o alguna botella incluso. Contadme más, me siento interesado, a lo mejor lo pido para mi viñedo, ¿eh?
Saint-Réal, never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal, it is Saint-Réal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Vale, ¿a qué os referís con debemos? Pues que tenemos
Wait,
que
your
tenemos
Grace
que pillar
wants
el
to go with
caballo.
me? Out of the question.
I hope
Es
you do not
peligroso.
suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me
Por
to
una vez
see
estoy de
you
acuerdo con él.
gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt.
Vamos a ir los
We
tres.
will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you
Acaba
ready?
de decirte, es Ana Henrietta. Venga, vamos.
Yeah,
No
ready to
tengo,
go.
no tengo nada que hacer.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Vale, supongo que ahora nos veremos en el viñedo. Correcto. Incógnito. Ir con una capucha no es ir de manera sospechosa, ¿no? transición. O elipsis.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
No.
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Vale, esto va a ser un paseíto hacia Castel Ravelo, lo más seguro, así que no sé. Supongo que habrá conversación de camino y si no, pues hago un corte. Ya veré lo que hago. O directamente, podéis disfrutar del paisaje nocturno de
Hunters
Tucson.
have attacked the wagon. We must help.
Stay back, your grace. We shall see to this.
Faster.
Save us!
Ah, vale, que está ahí delante el...
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done
They
for.
were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Sardenilla, que ya ha pasado el peligro, no hace falta que relinches así. No te pongas nerviosa. Pues nada, vamos a dejar el paisaje mejor, porque mira, pueden haber eventos de camino. Eso sí, no puedo galopar, ¿eh? O sea, no puedo correr más que esto. Venga, alejad del camino, que vamos a caballo, ¿no lo veis?
You call that escorting Her Illustrious Highness? What were you thinking?
¿Pero qué dices?
Captain, this is not the time for such complaints. As for you, Witcher, next time keep close.
Pero si no me he alejado.
Captain de la Tour.
Y no me habéis dejado correr más con el caballo. ¿Qué me estás contando?
From the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned.
No, de eso
I
nada.
shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravelo?
¿Venimos a hacer una inspección o queremos hablar contigo? Hombre, yo creo que me ha venido para inspección, pero me llama esto de hablar con este señor, ¿eh? A ver si va a ser el extorsionador, el chantajista que diga.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal
Hombre, me puedo
invitation.
presentar yo mismo, ¿eh?
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer you.
Oh, sí, lo veo encantadísimo.
Want to talk about Saint-Réal?
I am at your service.
A ver, ¿quién tiene acceso a los vinos?
This Saint-Réal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like
Yeah.
you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Saint-Réal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one.
Ya.
The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
O eso, o alguien ha hecho una copia, o eres tú. A ver, ¿cómo se transporta el vino?
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
Bien dicho.
But
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Vaya, va a ser la única vez que no vas a tener tu acceso a la bodega, ¿eh? Hombre, es que es el vino ducal.
What if
Si
Fabricio
es
is
exclusivo...
blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravelli. Only then did he come into his own.
Siempre da mal rollo que sean las bodegas así subterráneas,
Let us
que
see
sean en
if all the
cavernas.
barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Vale, pues ahora hay que buscar la añada. La historia del vino de Est. Pauséis el vídeo, lo leéis, que aquí hay 3 notas, pero claro, esto es del vídeo anterior. Esto es la nota del chantajista. Y las víctimas de la bestia. A ver, 1269, esta no es.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Bueno, ¿quién más tenía acceso a la bodega que no sea yo? A ver, aquí no me dice nada más, ¿no? No. Este es cosecha 1269, este tampoco es.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
A ver, antes de comprobar ese, ya sabéis. Vale, aquí no hay nada más. Fiorano, esto tampoco es.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Ya sabéis que Henrietta llegó a mandar a matar a Jaskier. Pomino cosecha 1273.
Got Pomino over here.
Y ya está, no dice nada más, Geralt, respecto al pomino. Vale, aquí tenemos uno más. Ya tendrá que ser este, ¿no? Sangreal. Ah, o sea, sangreal, mejor dicho. Cosecha 1270.
Sonreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Vale, pues si no es el año correcto... Claro, ese era en 1270 y estamos buscando el del 69. Ahora aquí tampoco va a ser. A ver, aquí tampoco hay nada. A ver, ¿va a ser aquí? No, este es del 68.
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Pues ya está. Por descarte tiene que ser este. Ahí está, 1269, por fin.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is
This
full.
one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full.
Entonces,
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanria?
pues ahora hay que traer al sommelier.
We shall open them one by one and taste.
Vale, los tengo. Los he cogido abajo. Pues nada, si toca uno por uno, vamos a emborracharnos aquí con la duquesa.
Step aside.
A ver, señora.
So,
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
Pero eso no es. Vale, vamos con el segundo, a ver qué nos cuenta. La vamos a emborrachar, parece, ¿eh? Vale. Hemos aterrizado.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Les han cambiado una barrica.
gone sour while hatching.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Vale, Fabricio. Hemos encontrado un tonel que no es. ¡Oh!
Master
¡Qué afrenta!
Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
¿Eres un chantajista?
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Vaya, vaya.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own?
Esa no es excusa,
I
¿eh?
shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Antes de decirle esto, ¿de verdad pensaba que nadie se daría cuenta?
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Vale. El comprador. Necesitamos saber quién es el
Sell the
comprador.
wine too.
A few weeks passed at the pheasantry. A rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
Cintra, si Cintra fue masacrada.
Aristocrat at court.
Claro, no existe ningún aristócrata de Cintra en la corte. Sí, fueron exterminados.
Wine itself. How do you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Vale, pues nada, no nos quedan más preguntas.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High
Buah,
treason.
alta traición, por el vino ducal.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Vamos ya.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
Vale, pues vamos a tender una emboscada. De esas que me gustan. La última vez que hicimos una emboscada fue con enanos para rescatar a Jeski, recordadlo. Si no lo recordáis, pues tengo la lista de reproducción de The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt en el canal. Todo un carro para un tonel,
Relax. Now we wait.
¡Qué discretos! Todos con pinta de bandido.
Our favorite vintner.
No. No soy el de siempre.
It's not him.
Bueno, ahora nos lleváis ante vuestro jefe. O eso, hombre, no espero matarlos a todos, ¿no? A ver, eso va a explotar. Ahí está. Hombre, cómo no, un arquero. Oye, tú eres el guardia personal de la reina. Qué poco daño haces, macho. ¿Ya está?
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but
Great shot.
Pues, ¿qué ha pasado?
Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
at your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
No tenía motivos para confiar en mí, es verdad.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men.
Bah, se hace lo que se puede.
At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Nah, no me sorprende.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
¿Ah, sí? No sabía que podían hacer eso.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Hombre, si te pone chulo. Pa' chulo mi pirulo. Solo uso este tipo de cebos como último recurso. No, gran idea.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
¿A dónde iban esos toneles?
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Bueno, pues ¿quién te contrató?
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Bueno,
Ought to be worried
estás muerto.
about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him.
Ya estamos con Cintra.
I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Esta vez sí que voy a decir que nos reuniremos allí porque quiero lootear.
We shall await your arrival.
Vale, vamos a ver a doña Ana Henrietta. A ver qué nos cuenta. ¿Qué planes tiene?
Her Grace awaits inside.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Sintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
¿Podría ser un intermediario o ha cometido un error y lo aprovecharemos? No, podría ser un intermediario. Vamos a confiar en esa posibilidad.
Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Sintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Tengo oídos de brujo.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Sintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Eso me da igual. No sería la primera vez.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Sintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female
Oye,
companion
¿podría
very
ser la
well,
mujer que
as she
buscamos?
recognized her. On the Sintrian's arm was Cecilia
Ah, no.
Bellant.
The singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Sintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
¿Qué es la mandragora? ¿Un
The
local?
Mandragora. What's that?
A club.
Lo
An
sabía.
affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only
Un
wealthy
club
patrons
exclusivo.
are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Vale, pues hay que echarle guante al cintriano.
Gotta nab the Sintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Sintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Siempre se mete.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Uy, ¿va a ser la ocasión de que pueda usar las galas de aquí de Beauclair? Compré un conjunto, ¿eh? Vale, pues de momento lo vamos a dejar aquí. Ya hemos cumplido con el vino sagrado. En el siguiente capítulo, pues parece que vamos a tener que ir de incógnito. Así que nada. A ver, ¿me dejas que me despida o voy a salir afuera para no escucharlo? Así que nada, si os ha gustado el vídeo, dadle a like, suscribiros si no lo estáis. Recordad que en la descripción del vídeo están mis redes sociales y el setup de mi PC. Y nada más, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. ¡Hasta luego!